quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Manning's Giants. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Slot man moves right. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First down carry here for Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Fairley. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Play action. Manning. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And 4th down coming up.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort. Now
now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Six yards to go here on second down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They run again with Peterson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send Ginn in motion left. Running for it, here's Peterson. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Power, strength, athleticism. Those are 3 of the reasons you'd give the ball to Adrian Peterson on 4th down, because this guy just has a knack for moving the chains, and he's able to do it again right there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait the 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. play action. It's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down. And the defense for New York.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a third down and 12 now. They'll send Ginn in motion left. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. This is Johnson, and he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It goes as a pickup of 23, and it'll be a New York first. They come up in an offset eye. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Into the red zone now. Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And the D looking like they may blitz. Halfback sent in motion. Now Manning throwing on second down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he's brought down after a good game. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And now it's second down.
That's a nice play by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Excellent body control, a tall corner who often has to really do a great job of bending his knees to stay with his receivers. He just did a nice job there. The man they call DRC got a PBU for pass broken up.
Look at you, Mr. Acronym. Breeze will try again on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now Breeze again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Check. Zebra.
In motion left is Beckham. Manning to throw on second down. And this is Shepard on the catch. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Into the red zone now. Manning. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. Manning to throw on second down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're in tight formation, not going to take any chances, down to a knee, and that should do it for the first half. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Seems to me, Brandon, that they're pretty content with where they are right now. Just going to take a knee and head in for the half.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain it. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. The slot man in motion right. From the gun on third down, Manning. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth. Down conversions, this is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he motions the wide receiver. On second down, Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He's got time. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz. made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Johnson, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Beckham will go in motion right. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. Again, Peterson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And Wilson has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Breeze hands to Ingram, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Third down and 4. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Ends up a nice second down for them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So just 1 yard to go here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why keep the legs churning.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And now they're in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the wideout in motion. Manning to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the back goes into motion. On third and long, it's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Manning, got to have this one. He finds Beckham complete. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They come out here in the eye. Now Peterson running right. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. They're going to give it to him running right. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And now out come the Giants. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, Manning. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 10 yards still left on second down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset eye.
Easy.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Breeze now. And incomplete here on third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. One final try now from Manning. Now a desperate, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off.